All right, we're back with another What's in the Bag for League Week 3. We just had Week 2 last week, and I can't say that I played any better. I shot the exact same score, shot 43 again, and I got off the tee a lot better. We'll put it that way. Got off the tee a lot better. I was basically just couldn't put two shots together. I'd hit a great drive, then hit a poor second shot, or, hit a good shot, and then, don't hit a good wedge or whatever. So it was just kind of one of those things where I was getting better. I just couldn't put it all together yet. But I do have to say wedges were good. I hit the wedges really well. Put myself in a couple tough spots on the back nine there that I actually got, I wouldn't say up and down, but I hit good wedge shots, got it on the green. And I was kind of not concerned about, hitting it, to an inch and just getting on the green and putting from there. So that part was a little bit better. Like I said, hit it off the tee a little bit better. Not quite as consistent as I wanted to be, but I did hit it off the tee a lot better. I was in play more than I was week 1. Week 1 was just who knew where it was going off the tee there. So some definitely things that were improved, and some things that definitely I need to improve upon. And a lot of it is just getting swings in. I know what I'm doing wrong, and when I in my head get it down, I hit good shots. I just need to go work on it. So those things are coming, but this week, we got a brand new week, Week 3, playing the front nine, and St. Clair Shores, my course, the front nine. We don't use driver a lot. We're bringing driver, but it's just not a club we use a whole lot. This week, we'll even change up the bag a little bit. We'll toss it in the old Sunday Golf Rider golf bag. So this is kind of a little bit more lighter weight, minimalist bag. I love the green-gray color, as they call it, but actually a really nice bag. I used it the other day on a cart as well, and worked really well. We'll toss it on the push cart and see how it goes. But the Rider bag from Sunday Golf is going to get the nod this week. And I guess we'll start at the top with driver, like we always do. Even though this is a club that's probably going to be used the least. At most, I'm thinking 3 times, but probably 2. Maybe on 9 if things are kind of out of hand or whatever. I'll pull it on 9. But this is basically going on 6 and 8, and those are pretty much the only 2 holes that we use driver on. But we're going to go the setup. We're going to go Cobra Dark Speed X 10.5 head. So the new Dark Speed X 10.5. This is a driver I've hit just a couple times already, and actually hit some really good drives. I've got the LS model also, and the LS, I've hit that a couple times, but this thing creates a ton of ball speed. The X seems to be really, really good. I like the shape, the all murdered out look, the matte black with that just a little bit of carbon looks awesome. So the folks at Cobra were doing a really good job with the looks, and it actually sits kind of open, even a 10.5 head. So you'll see my red all-fit adapter on there. We're just going to set it at neutral. And this is going to be shafted up with the LA Golf A-Series mid 60 gram in X-Flex. So I've hit the DJ Series from them, and I really like the DJ Series. This is the first time I'll be taking the A-Series out. So this is, again, supposed to be kind of a mid-launch, low-spin shaft. It's got like a little more kind of flexibility to it when you give it the old waggle test. And I mean, I know that doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's got a little bit there. So I'm excited to hit this. The head for a 10.5 seems to be pretty mid-launch. Adding in kind of a mid-launch shaft, I feel like this could be a pretty good combo. So, yeah, Cobra Dark Speed X 10.5 with an LA Golf A-Series mid 60 gram. That's going to be the driver. And, of course, like I said, we're just not going to use it an absolute ton. But then we moved to the 3-wood, and 3-wood last week played pretty well. And then actually I played over the weekend also and used the QI10 Tour, and I actually hit some good shots with that. This week, we're going to go to an old kind of, probably one of the 3-woods I probably have the most time with, which is the PXG 0311 Black Ops. This one here I used out in Arizona when we went to the launch, and this thing actually won me their little par 3 challenge. They set up a little par 3 course on their course, and on the 18th hole, I hit just a stupid good shot with this thing. But yeah, this is the 0311 Black Ops. Weights are set heavy in the back, 2 lighter weights in the front, so a little higher launch. It's a 15-degree head, but it's actually set to 16 degrees and flat. So it's set to 1 down, or +1 flat on the cog in there. And then this is shafted up with a graphite design VR7 stiff. Now, I know some people are, on the last one, were kind of commenting, oh, you got X here and stiff here and X there. I actually got fit into this, and the funny thing is the fitting for this, I got fit into X in the driver in a graphite design XC, and then I got fit into stiff in the 3-wood. So it all comes down to what you hit, how you launch it, launch conditions. But this one here, yeah, VR7, so a little higher launching graphite design shaft. Really good feel to it though, slightly stiffer handle than the XC, but a really good shaft. I've hit this well. It's got a deep face, so you can kind of hit it off the tee, hit it off the deck. You can kind of do a little everything with it. launches high and seems to have really good ball speed, and it is pretty darn forgiving. So it is bigger, on the bigger side of 3-woods. So if you like something a little larger, this definitely fits the bill. But I've hit this before and actually hit it really well. So that's going to get the nod this week. And 3-wood, we'll hit it on probably 1, maybe 2. 3 if the wind's coming into you, but probably not 3. And then, maybe we use it on 5 if we got a good look from the fairway. So it could get a decent amount of use, but we'll go 3-wood with the Black Ops. And then the 7-wood / hybrid, whatever spot this week, we're going hybrid. And we're going to go the brand new Mizuno ST Max. So the 230, the ST Max. This is the new one that just came out. It's supposed to be, very forgiving. It's got a bigger profile because I had the ST from last year, the STZ, and it was kind of compact. And this has just a little bigger look, but I love the shape of it. It's just got kind of that like mini fairway wood looking shape. It's kind of rounded on the back. I like the way the hosel transitions into that leading edge, just a touch bit of onset. But I think from my eye, it looks really good at address. I like kind of the bigger size of it compared to the STZ from last year. But this thing here, I've never hit it, but I'm excited to. It's got actually, I'm leaving in the stock shaft, which is just the UST Link Blue hybrid shaft. It's a 75 gram X. So we'll play this thing, but I'm going to go with hybrid only because I just don't really need 7-wood on the front 9. Front 9, there's nothing to really hit into a green from 200 plus yards. Maybe the par 5 on 8, but unless it's downwind, you're not going to hit a drive long enough. Typically, you're going to be about 230 out, so I can't hit a 7-wood there. So this will actually get maybe off the tee on 2, depending on wind. I'll hit it off the tee on 3. Maybe 4, but probably not, again, depending on the wind. So this, I have a lot more opportunity to hit off the tee. I'm probably not going to hit it into any greens. There's just nothing that long that I'll probably run into that distance. But, the ST Max, I'm pretty excited. When I first saw this, I was excited to hit it. So excited to get out and play. And I've got actually this set to be 1 degree up in lofts from standard. So it's a 19-degree head, and we've got it set 1 up at 20 degrees. So that's what I usually play most of my hybrids at. In here that take the place of a 3-iron. So we're going to set it to 20 degrees. A little extra loft never hurt me. So that'll be a good one there. So we'll see how that plays. But I'm excited to hit that. I've been excited kind of all year to try that one out. Then we move into irons. First iron is going to be a utility iron. We're going to go utility. And this week we're going the Cobra King Tech Utility. So this one here, it came in. I've always been a big fan of the Cobra utilities. I feel like they're kind of underrated a little bit. This one here, we reshafted up with a UST Dart V 105. So this has got a 105 stiff in it. And I've liked the shaft. I played a little bit long. It's played at 39 inches. So off the tee, you can play it at full length, hit it a little further. And if you need an actual 4-iron length, kind of choke down and hit it as an actual 4-iron. But I like the shape. It doesn't have a ton of offset to it. It's a little more rounded than some of the other utilities. So if you're somebody who likes a really squared toe and a little more chiseled look, this is going to be a little more rounded, but it's got, just a little bit of offset to it. You just see a touch of the back muscle, but it's got a pretty good hot face to it. It's easy to hit off the deck. I feel like for a better player, they can really work it. You can flight it down, hit it high, hit it right, left. You can do a whole lot with it, but I like the look from address. And while side by side, the ping eye crossover is a couple yards longer, this is still a really, really good utility. So this will be the 4-iron in the bag this week. And then we move into the iron set, which I'm breaking out. Kind of a set that I just really love because it's just kind of a cool set. It's kind of like sums up my type of golf game in a sense, or my type of golf nuttiness. We're going to go with the Callaway Apex Pro Triple Play. So the Triple Play is a little bit of a mix. The 5 and 6 iron are going to be the Apex Pro. So the Apex Pro is the hollow body iron. Still has a reduced offset, a little thinner top line compared to what, I guess if we ever see a standard Apex, what it'll have. But kind of a compact look to it, but offers a good amount of ball speed, with the thin face and, good feel to it, good looks, all that. But it's a little more forgiving, a little easier to hit. And this is in the 5, 6, and 7 iron, I believe. Trying to remember what, I think it's in the 5, 6, 7. 5, 6. And then, so this will be here for the forgiveness, a little more distance, which I can always use at the top end of the bag. And then you move into the 7, 8, 9, and they turn into the Apex CB. So a little more compact, forged iron. It's got a little bit of tungsten in it, and to add in forgiveness. This CB might be kind of one of my favorite shapes in terms of irons. I just like looking down at it. Again, little more rounded look to it. Very little offset, just kind of softer shape to it that I really like. Very little offset and kind of a straighter leading edge on it compared to the Apex Pros. A little bit of cavity there for some forgiveness, and I really do like the sole on it. They've got a kind of a pre-worn leading edge that kind of helps you through, helps the club not dig. As it gets into the turf, it kind of wants to find its way out. It gets through pretty quickly, and just the shape of the sole. It offers good turf interaction on some soft conditions. And these, actually, like last week, are shafted up with steel fiber I-110s. So, and these are basically built to Titleist standard spec. So I believe these are 1 degree upright compared to stock. So 1 degree upright, but the CBs run the 789, and then you get into, for the pitching wedge and the gap wedge, you get into the Apex MB. So this is actually the 11 iron, which I absolutely love. I love the 11 iron. The pitching wedge is the 10 iron, but the 10 and 11 are the Apex MBs, which these definitely very compact, a little more boxier toe, very straight leading edge when you set them down and get them at address. Very straight leading edge. Overall, just look really good, very soft, and for the better player, they're very playable. The pitching wedge is fine. I can hit that as a blade. I wouldn't go any higher than that. And honestly, the 11 iron, I kind of like the gap wedge in this set. The 11 iron, it's just consistent, especially with fuller shots. You don't almost think that you're hitting a gap wedge. You're thinking that you're hitting a pitching wedge. And the full shots are really, really consistent, solid. They feel the same. And I feel like I probably hit this gap wedge a little better sometimes than kind of the sand wedge variants. But yeah, 10 and 11 Apex MBs. And honestly, this is not bad around the greens. And if you're going to open the face and play like some bunker shots with it, yeah, it doesn't have quite the same look just because that straight leading edge and how compact it is. It just doesn't quite have that same look to it. But if you're going to play kind of square face shots around the green, pitch and chip with it, it actually works really well. Checks up really well. It spins pretty good. So everything about it, it's pretty darn versatile. So the pitching wedge and gap wedge will both be the Apex MBs. So then we get to the actual sand and lob wedge. And they're going to be something a little different. I kind of forgot that I had these, and I wanted to go hit them, and I actually haven't until today. I'm going to take them out. But we're going to go with the Adams Idea sand and lob wedge. So we're going to go 54-58, and these things here have kind of a crazy kind of C-grind sole, ton of trailing edge relief, ton of bounce to them. Should be very easy to hit out of a trap or anything like that. In the soft conditions, they should get through very, very easily. But a lot of people, the amount of bounce would probably scare them. These, not too bad. But they've got like a really high kind of center of gravity. And have heard a lot of people that they come out very low, but they come out with a ton of spin. Really heavily milled face. So we're going to go 54 for the sand wedge. And then we're going to go 58 for the lob wedge. And the 58 actually has the full face grooves. So full face grooves on the 58, 54 is standard, just the traditional kind of square set of grooves in there. But they look actually pretty good. They've got a little bit of a flared high toe, but I think part of that is just moving the mass up, making it a little forgiving. They've got kind of the dual cavity in the back, but from everything I've heard, these things spin like crazy. And the lob wedge, should be pretty easy to hit some pretty interesting shots too. So you look at that sole there, definitely an aggressive grind down there. But we're going to go with the Idea, sand and lob. So we're going to go basically 50, 54, 58 for the wedges, and then putter. Putter is going to be the Ping PLD Answer 2D. So this is the PLD, the new one, the Answer 2D. This is going to be the putter. I really like this. It's kind of that wider, wide flange blade. I like these bigger, boxier blades. I've been putting with a few of these over the years, and I'm excited for this one. It's kind of got a deeper milling to it. It's been pretty soft down here around the putting green or my little mat, so excited to get this one out there. And this one's got a KBS GPS 120 shaft in there, so a little stiffer graphite in there as well, and then a lambkin deep etch grip. So pretty good setup. It's set at 33 inches, my usual length, and pretty excited to get this one out there. I like the feel of it, so it should be pretty exciting to get it out on the course. And then finally for ball, we're going to go the brand new TP5X. So this is the 2024 model, the one that came out, and yeah, the TP5X Got a little spin to it. It's definitely a little bit softer than it was last year. I got to kind of mess around just a little bit down at the media day when they had it. But excited to try this ball, a little bit higher launch, and yeah, it should work pretty well. So I'm excited to try this with everything, and especially with like putter and wedges, should get a good feel for how this plays. So that is going to be what's in the bag for this week, week 3 at the league. Hopefully we'll play a little better. My goal, 40 or better. That's my goal. See if I can achieve it, and I'll let you guys know next week.